Hi, this is Simon Chen, and welcome to my No BS, No Hype network marketing training. Members of my mastermind groups can ask me questions on a weekly basis, and today's the leadership question, okay? Just hi, Simon. I know I have a downline who's actually in the business for 6 months already, and after he heard of the new pay plan enhancement, he got super excited and wants to open all 4 legs of his business centers. Currently, he has 5 downlines on the right leg and 2 downlines on the left leg. 1 downline of his left, Bob, I could see great potential in him as a leader through his actions and attitude. Dave wanted to focus on building in 3rd and 4th leg now. I personally felt that he's able to do that because probably he thinks Bob can kick it on his own. On my point of view, best case scenario, Bob makes it on his own. Worst case scenario, both Dave and I lose a diamond. I already advised Dave to handcuff Bob first and before going to 4 legs. But as a young kid, I don't think he took my advice seriously. How would you go about this situation? So let me just explain. Handcuffed means to get the person so committed in the business, whether he is addicted to the income that's coming in and he can't afford to quit, or he's so vested in his personal relationships in the business, he can't step away. Okay, so in the leadership, you want to create your downlines to a point where I always call it the point of no return or handcuffed. And if you're a leader, you know what I mean. When you first started, of course, there's challenges. We all thought about quitting. I had thought about quitting, but we reached a stage where, I was earning the income. I couldn't afford to stop the business. It wasn't residual yet, but I enjoyed the extra income I was making. And also, I was so committed to my relationships, my leaders, my friendships. It was a lot of fun, too. The business gets really, really a lot of fun. And I just couldn't leave it, right? And when that time comes, that's when you have a committed downline. Some people use the term handcuffed, or I just say point of no return. I could never go back to my previous life. I was so committed in this business. So as a leader, you want to create duplication, long-term residual income. You want to get as many people as possible to this point of no return. And ideally, if in like a binary situation, like 3 to 5 people per leg, then you have a good, strong leg, right? So in terms of this leader, obviously, everyone's different opinions how to build 2 legs or 4 legs. This leader here, he wants to emphasize 2 legs, right? But leadership is about balance. It's about control. Like you want to exert your influence, but in the best way to explain it is, you want to exert your influence and advice, but in the end, whatever decision that person makes, let them take ownership of that decision. So, if you want them to build only 2 legs, create a situation where that's what you want him to do, but the new distributor, this guy Dave, who's young and hungry, he's making that decision not because he felt that you told him to do it, but he actually felt that, hey, that's the right thing to do. He made that decision. And life is about balance, right? You can't be too dictatorship, but you can't give too lax. You want to create a situation where, you want to exert your influence and control, but at the end of the day, their downlines, your leaders, they all feel that they made that decision. You guided them, but they made that decision. And when they can do that, that is real leadership. Because what happens is, if you go totally control and they make the decision, they're never going to be happy about it because they feel that they did it because of you. And things don't work out, they'll very, very easily start blaming you. And leadership's like letting go. And it may be this person doesn't take your advice, but you have to let that go. Because even if he did what you wanted to do, he's not going to be happy at the end of the day, and he's just going to start criticizing and complain and blame you, right? And if he does make the wrong decision, hey, that's something that he made, and it's not your fault. Right, so there's a couple of leadership lessons here about finding a balance, making sure your people know that they made that decision. It's not something you got them to do, but they felt that they did it themselves, and you simply guided them. And also, just learning to let things go. You can't have it your way all the time. And who's not to say that person doesn't know better than you? Right? You have to be humble. Maybe that person, Dave, does know better than you, and he knows what's going on. And if he does, you never wanted to prevent him situation for maxing out his potential. And that goes back to letting it go, that they may be leaders, downlines there that know better than you do, and sometimes you have to let them do their own thing. And that could be, and right here it's a situation about building 4 legs. Later on, it could be about starting new systems or creating a new team. Good leaders are confident, and again, it's a fine line. They're confident, they know what they're doing, but also they know that, hey, it's good to let people, there are people who may know better than me, and I do have to let them go when that happens. This is Simon Chan. Thank you again for watching my No BS, No Hype network marketing training. This was a tough topic today. It's not easy, about leadership and balance. But think about it, and what areas you can apply, not just in your business, but in your personal life as well. Okay? And remember, we are in the business, the profession to help others. So go out there and have a positive impact on someone's life today. God bless you all.